Hey everybody, think we're live? All right. Right now, I want to talk to you about how to sell on Amazon FBA for beginners. Probably the biggest question I get has to do with how to sell on Amazon FBA for beginners. Now, learning to sell on Amazon FBA as a beginner in 2020 has been complicated by the fact that there's a lot of folks out there standing next to their Lamborghini, and every one of them is telling you about a different way for how to sell on Amazon FBA for beginners. Now, I'm not even sure how a 20-year-old can legitimately claim to have been a professional Amazon seller for 10 years, but those kind of pitch men are out there, and it makes it difficult to know what to do. So there's nothing worse than wasting time with get-rich-quick schemes that have nothing to do with reality, much less, when a kid standing next to a Lamborghini tells you that you can do it because he did it. I mean, I think he just wants maybe to get another sports car out of you. I don't know. But, I deal with real people. I'll never forget Randy. Randy called me one day and he said, Todd, I just got back from a workshop at a hotel. They want $35,000 to show us how to sell on Amazon, how to become a professional Amazon seller. Now, Randy's a smart guy. Randy's very smart. Matter of fact, he's one of the sharpest IT computer guys I've ever met. And yet his desire to better his financial situation and get more time freedom really clouded his judgment, right? He wanted to better himself to such an extent he was going to hand over $35,000 for a program he wasn't even sure was going to work. So against his better judgment, he was going to pay that money. His situation, it just wasn't tolerable for him anymore. He had to do something. And Randy didn't even have $35,000 to pay for that program. He was going to have to borrow the money, and his wife wasn't exactly on board with doing that. So after Randy described the program that he wanted to pay $35,000 for, I was able to explain to him exactly why it was a scam, why it wasn't going to work, and how, he would have been told down the road that the failure was all his. And these scams are everywhere, all right? Now, luckily, Randy called me. And not everyone's lucky enough to know someone that makes millions of dollars a year as a professional Amazon seller and can counsel them about these kinds of things. But luckily, we're able to save Randy from making a huge mistake, not to mention saving him $35,000. Hey, Rob. My good friend Rob just popped on here. And what's really cool is, just like Randy, Rob's a friend. We've been through the training. Rob's a professional Amazon seller, and I miss having pizza with Rob. But in any event, luckily I was able to show Randy, right, that there's long-term legitimate ways to make money on Amazon. And as it usually is, the best ways are the most straightforward. So don't get me wrong. Making money with Amazon FBA takes some work, but with the right plan, the right system, the right training, it becomes a step-by-step plan for making money that makes sense and provides you with a real business. So when you're looking at some of these opportunities that the young guys standing next to the sports cars and the big houses are talking about, make sure it's something that has longevity and it allows you to build a real business. I'm going to hold you to that pizza, Rob. All right. They can make things sound really easy when in fact it could be impossible. So be real careful of testimonials also. You need to make sure they're real people telling true stories. I've seen programs where all the testimonials come from their sales staff. Matter of fact, somebody just kind of exposed someone last week for doing that. So you got to be careful out there. Now, Chris, the amazing Chris Keefe and myself, we got some gray in our hair, right? right? Okay. So, we've been selling physical products online for like 20 years, and we can answer just about any question about selling on Amazon, like how much money do you need to start Amazon FBA, stuff like that. How to ship to Amazon's warehouse step by step. We can show you how Amazon FBA works and how to make money from it step by step for beginners. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead, like this video, make a comment, let us know what you'd like to know, as we're planning on putting out a lot more content to show how to sell on Amazon FBA for beginners. All right. So I hope this was helpful, but be careful out there. Remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And feel free to ask questions, because we'll be happy to help you. All right. So again, no matter what, though, make sure that every single day you're doing something to move yourself towards your goals. All right. Until next time, you guys take it easy.